Have you ever said something in the heat of the moment and immediately regretted it? Maybe you wanted to feel heard. Maybe you wanted to make a point, or maybe you just wanted to win. I get it. We've all been there, myself included. But some words, they do more than just escalate an argument. They destroy emotional safety. They damage trust, and they leave emotional bruises or even scars that last way longer than the fight itself. If you want to strengthen your relationship, instead of silently sabotaging it, this video is for you. Hey gorgeous, welcome back to the channel. Mireille Nicole here, relationship coach. I'm all about guiding you towards your happily ever after and helping you tackle the tough stuff in love with grace and wisdom. In today's video, I'm breaking down 5 things you should never say during an argument with your partner and what to say instead to create more closeness, not conflict. Because arguments are actually meant to turn into bonding moments as a couple to help you understand each other better and grow stronger. So let's just get into it right now. Number 1, using the word divorce or threatening to break up. This is the first kind of word or words I want to talk about because it's the one that really gets weaponized a lot and can do a lot of damage. So it's funny because I was talking to a woman just recently and she was talking about when she and her husband get into an argument, or disagree on something, she'll often joke and say something like, well, I hope my next husband is nicer. And yeah, maybe that's a bit of a softer version compared to someone saying, well, maybe we should get divorced, or maybe this isn't working out, or maybe we should split up. But still, this is harmful because threatening to leave or suggesting an end to a relationship can really destabilize emotional safety. It makes your partner feel like your love is conditional, and it turns every argument into like a survival moment. Even if you don't mean it, even if you're just trying to be maybe dramatic or make a point, or even if you're joking. Threatening divorce is like dropping a bomb on the emotional safety of your relationship. It instantly shifts the energy from resolving the issue to kind of surviving the moment and just doing what you can to keep things together. Your partner hears, I'm not safe here. This love isn't secure. So here's what you want to say instead. Try something like, I feel really hopeless right now. I want us to get back to ... insert whatever it is, right? Maybe something, there's a pivotal moment in your relationship or a phase that was really fantastic, insert that in. And then say something like, how do we fix this? Invite collaboration, cooperation. Put him back into his masculine energy where he gets to fix things and solve problems. Threatening divorce or breakup is never an effective motivator to do this. Number 2, words like you never or you always. Those are overgeneralizations. So things like, you never listen, or you always forget, or you never plan date nights anymore. Overgeneralizations are harmful because they make your partner feel unfairly judged. It can make them feel like nothing they do is ever good enough. They'll never be able to please you. And it activates defensiveness and prevents them from hearing the real issue, right? They're going to just automatically remember that one time that they did remember to plan a date night, or they did remember to listen, and just go back at you with that. These are just classic cognitive distortions in psychology and in cognitive behavioral therapy, and they backfire every time. Like I said, he's going to find that one time he did follow through on something, and it's just not going to be productive. And now you're just arguing about the accuracy of what you remember and what you said, and that's just not productive. Instead of addressing the situation and what really hurt you, it's just going to be caught up in that mess. So try this instead. You can say something like, when this happened, I felt ... Or maybe something like, lately I've been noticing a pattern. So that's a great way to kind of imply that something's been happening a lot without overgeneralizing and say this happens all the time, right? You can say something like, I've been noticing a pattern and it's been making me feel this way, and insert how it's been making you feel. Number 3, the word whatever. Let's talk about that passive aggressive shutdown, whatever, or I don't care maybe, right? And this is harmful because it's dismissive. It signals emotional shutdown. It sends the message that you actually don't care, even if you actually do. And maybe you're just saying that because you're trying to diffuse the situation, or, create some space, or pull back, or just remove yourself while you work through your emotions. But that is not going to be the most effective effective way to communicate that to your partner. It can crush your partner's sense of significance in the relationship. So these words say, I don't care enough to keep engaging with you right now. And it can feel like a coping mechanism maybe in the moment, but it also dismisses your partner's experience. If you need space, that's okay. It's often a healthy boundary and an effective way to de-escalate an argument, but always say it in a way that honors the relationship, right? So maybe something like, I feel overwhelmed right now. I want to finish this conversation when I can be more present, or, when I can be more calm. I just need a moment to cool off. And then you follow through on that and you come back to the conversation later. Number 4, name calling and swearing. I don't think I have to explain that very much. It's a little bit obvious, but in a heated moment, it's easy to let name calling or maybe even profanity fly. And why it's harmful? Well, once name calling enters the conversation, it's no longer about resolving the issue. It's about hurting the other person. But here's the thing. The words you say during a fight can stay in your partner's nervous system way long after the fight has ended. Even if they forgive you, the pain can linger. This is maybe more my personal opinion, but I really believe that there are things you say in life that you can never take back. So it's really important to choose your words wisely, no matter how hurt you are. Really be intentional here, because it can really be hard for some people to forget. And you might say, well, it's hard to do in the heat of the moment, or it just came out, but that's when emotional intelligence and leadership comes in. And I have a whole program on that topic called the Emotional Freedom Formula. And the fact that words can leave a permanent mark can also be a good thing, right? It can be a bad thing, can be a good thing. And I say it can be a good thing because years ago, when my partner and I had hit rock bottom in our relationship, he kind of, I guess, name called me in a way that impacted me forever, but it changed the course of our relationship for the better. Now, I don't want to encourage you to name call because, of this hopeful story maybe that I'm sharing with you. But at one point we were arguing and he was like, you're being crazy. And sometimes that can happen too, right? Your partner might say you're acting crazy, or you're being too sensitive is another popular one. But I remember that impacted me, obviously, in a negative way, in the sense that clearly I'm still talking about it. I remember it, but positively in the sense that it really hit home for me because I was actually feeling crazy in that moment. Like, I was realizing that that's when I had my epiphany of the role I had in my relationship. I was like, yeah, I'm not usually like this. He's kind of right in this moment, like in this argument that we're having. This is not the true me. And so that was actually my aha moment. But again, be very careful. Don't start name calling your partner thinking that that's going to create an epiphany in him, because that might backfire on you. So when you do feel the urge to lash out, just pause and ask yourself, am I trying to be heard here, or am I trying to hurt? All right, number 5, comparisons. Never say things like, why can't you be more like so-and-so, for example, right? This comparison is an enemy of connection, and it's going to make your partner feel like he's never going to be good enough in your eyes. Comparison is actually a poison, whether it's to an ex, your friend's husband, even to your dad, right? This one triggers deep shame and inadequacy. Instead, focus on your vision for the relationship. Say something like, I'd love it if we could ... and insert what your desire is. How do you feel about that? Ask him how he feels about it. That's going to be way more effective. It's going to put you in your feminine energy. It puts him in his masculine energy, and it's going to invite cooperation and collaboration and a true sense of partnership. All right, that's what I wanted to share with you today. Remember, arguments are inevitable, but emotional damage doesn't have to be. Words are powerful. They can either be a bridge between the two of you, or they can build up a wall. So the next time you find yourself in a heated moment, I want you to ask yourself, am I speaking to connect or to control, to repair or to retaliate? When you start choosing your words with intention, you don't just win the argument. I hate that, winning arguments, but you win back the connection. That's a better way of looking at it. If this resonated with you, make sure to give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and share this with someone who needs to hear it today. And if you're ready to go even deeper and learn how to stay calm, grounded, and emotionally clear, no matter what your partner says or does, or no matter what the argument is about, check out my Emotional Freedom Formula course or my committed group program. Both links are going to be in the description below. I'll see you in the next video, and watch this next.